Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, lift! Starting left here.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run. This is Hunt. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. No gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're ready today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 21. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers. They run with Hunt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Ndamukong Suh able to get him for a loss of about 3. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And got him in. It's Woods. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Goff. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
21.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
I got you. 11. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Eluding the pressure right. Paul bringing it in. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Everyone's got 4 down.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
3 down, let's go. Jester, Jester, Jester.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Starting left here. Super 66.
Goff on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Zerline's kick is good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Dula. 12. Cut.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Here we go. Like 20.
Here's Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Nickel Roby brings him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. A toss play to Hunt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
21. Here we go. Like 80.
On the run, this is Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, that's Hunt. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
1, Omaha. 11, 13.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Breida. Spinning away, and now running right through it. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the... And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something out there. We've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
12. 12. Starting left here.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey. Tiger.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Buying time to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Hey, come on.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, gun.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
11. 12.
Garoppolo now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And Salek here, left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. play action. Now Garoppolo. To the right side. Caught by Salah. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now it's Hunt. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
11. Go ahead.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 11. Go ahead. 12. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
11.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Rams have got it back. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Finding some room at midfield. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Second and 10. Goff again. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Starting left here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And got him in. It's Woods. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again, Goff. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Goff. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leroy Reynolds in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Hunt. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the 49ers, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for L.A., this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.